Hey, hello everyone, and welcome back to EDC. This time we're doing it live. Hope everyone's doing well. Put up a poll earlier asking, would you rather see the new video live or just a regular video? And the regular video won out, but it worked better for me this evening to do a live, so I apologize for that, but that's what we're going to do. I was up at like 3 a.m. this morning, and I got home later, and we're going to visit Allie's parents tonight, so we're going to do this. Hey, how's it going? I can't pronounce your name. Hope you're doing well. We'll wait for a little bit to get into the topic, but of course the topic is, are slip joints and fixed blades making a comeback? Now, I feel like everybody knows fixed blades are making a comeback, but I'd like to discuss slip joints a little bit too, and what it means that they're coming back, and I'm really excited for it, actually. But, well, how are you today, sir? The one fellow that was in here. Get my slip joints out here. I do not own many slip joints. It's kind of something that I've just dipped my toes into, and then I kind of veered off to fixed blades again. But we'll talk about it a little bit because it's definitely something I'm going to try to poke at more in the future. I'm doing well. Glad to see you are. Just got out of the shower, so my hair's a little bit wet still. Oh, me. It is a wonderful Thursday evening. The weather's finally starting to it warmed up a little bit. It's been cold. It was cold about all day yesterday. Now it started getting warmer again today. Almost felt like spring. So that was really nice. If you don't have a NAFS bit driver, this is an absolutely fabulous little bit driver. I mean, just messed up. Spins for days. I love it. So, anyways, let's go ahead and get into our topic of are fixed blades and slip joints making a comeback. Yeah, absolutely. And we all know EDC fixed blades. They've really been surging up in popularity probably in the past 2 years. They've been really coming back. And or I say coming back. I don't know if they've ever really been in the zeitgeist. But I really enjoy them. They are great to carry, not only for the form factor, which actually form factor is worse than a folder. What's up, low RAM? But the durability of them is a big thing, where they're not going to close on you. They're not going to break on you unless the actual blade itself just fails entirely. And so that's one of the cool things about fixed blades. So let's talk a little bit about like what sizes, what different types, all that different stuff. So first things first, this is not really your everyday carry fixed blade. This is one from Off Grid. Boy, not at all. This is not at all a one you want to EDC, but this does a really good job at dispatching a chicken. I figured that out. Slip joints. Somebody asked the question, why slip joints? That's a really good question. Why? I don't really know why they're so, why they're making such a resurgence. I think it's that cool factor of something old school with new materials. It's just like the reason people like lever guns. People like lever guns because they're old guns. I don't know about you guys, but I love the lever guns that have the modern polymer style furniture, the Magpul accessories, or not Magpul, but M-Lock accessories, stuff like that. Those are really cool. And I think it's the same thing with both a fixed blade and a slip joint. So this right here, this is the Case Sodbuster. Your grandpa, your uncle, your dad, somebody probably carried one of these. And they're pretty cool. I mean, they're fantastic. I'm sorry. I shouldn't say they're fantastic. They're okay as far as the slip joint goes. I mean, but for the price of $32, if you just want to dip your toes in it and say, hey, maybe I want to try a slip joint. But is it a better use case than, a locking knife? Absolutely not. Is it a better steel than this knife? Absolutely not. Is it a better steel than most knives you'll get at that $30 price range? Absolutely not. But there's something really cool about it. And if anybody knows how to describe that better than I just did, please comment and let me know what you think. But I think it comes down to old school with a modern twist. I think that's kind of what it comes down to. I mean, it's just like this. You can't get much more modern than this. Carbon fiber and M390 on a slip joint. I mean, what's with jimping? I mean, what else could you do to make it any more modern, really? Unless you want to like put Ultima on one, of course, and that's for which that's actually not a new material. It's been around for a good while, but they've just started putting it on knives. But it's a weird concept, but a fun one at that, and I really like it. And the one I've got my eye on, and it's not top priority right now, but the one, yeah, I know, right? That Ultim does look like warm pea. That's the way Tri-State put it, and I really agree with that. But the one I've got my eye on is the Hedgehog by QSP, and specifically, I might just get the budget version first just to try it out, make sure it's something I like. But specifically, the traditional pocket knives version with titanium and M390. Those are really, really cool. Feel free to ask questions as well. I'm an open book. I want to chat with you guys. This is more of a hangout than it is just a topical session. We'll talk about the topic, of course, and if you have questions about the topic, ring in. But I don't care what we talk about. You just they are really cool, low-end. I might have to pick one up. I almost bought a Rough Rider. I don't remember which one it was when I was at Smoky Mountain. Almost bought it. They were like $20, and it was really good for what it was. I do have one Rough Rider. It's this one right here. I have no idea where I got this. Oh, no, I do. I got it in a trade a long time ago, and never be able to get rid of it. But it's a cool knife if I ever need to. I don't know what this knife would be for, but if I ever need to do that, this is it. Oh, no. I forgot to put the fireplace on. Oh, that's sad. I guess we're going cold tonight, boys. So, slip joints. I feel like that is the reason behind them, is the nostalgia factor of it, And, I mean, I really like it. If you're just doing your everyday task, a slip joint is going to be fine. Now, when you get into the heavier cutting task, then you're not going to be in good shape with one. But, I mean, just think about it. How many years our great-grandfathers, grandfathers, and fathers used slip joints? I mean, think about that. It didn't let them down, and they would work fine for us. I recently got a Vosti Morel, and the blade shape throws me off a bit since I'm used to drop point. Yeah, it is an odd blade shape. I actually have one upstairs. I don't have one right here. But yeah, it is a little different, but I think you'll find that it is just as useful, if not more useful, especially depending on what tasks you do. It's a funky blade shape, but I like it quite a bit. All right, so moving on to fixed blades. So again, that nostalgia factor, okay? I don't have anything here super old. The closest thing that I have that looks like something old is this LT Wright Patriot. Now, I just talked about this in my recent fixed blade video. I actually have all those knives out here, I think. For my budget fixed blade video. And I love these things. Renee Ramon says, that's why I got into slip joints. I have my grandpa's. Oh, that went away. I don't have my other phone here. Allie, could you grab my phone? It's in the bag in my car. My work phone. Yeah, I can use yours either way. I'm not used to more blade than handle, but it's definitely slicey for being N690. Yeah, definitely. Love me a good fixed blade. I have yet to dabble in slip joints. Hope to do it soon. Yes, they're pretty cool just from the little dip I've taken. And this is the highest end one I have right now because of a trade. I wasn't going to buy it. They're like $129. And I was not going to buy it, but a dude wanted to trade me so bad for a crispy donut raccoon that he traded me this. And he was going to give me $100 for it just because how rare they were. And, I couldn't pass up on that. I did throw another knife in there for him just to, sweeten the deal for him a little bit. But fox slip. All right, let's get back to these comments. No, you're good. You can talk. It don't matter if they hear you. Anyways, all right, let's see. What did that fella say? It went away. There's a crispy donut raccoon. There he is. Yes. It is really cool. They're hard to get a hold of, though. And they're about to do a corgi, actually. Oh, Renee, here's your question. That's why I got into slip joints. I have my grandpa's frost cutlery slip joint that I found a few years ago. Yeah, I think the frost cutleries too were actually good back then. If I'm not mistaken, it's kind of like Camillus. They're just a completely different brand now. Anyways, I don't think Camillus is the same as the old Camillus, but and yes, there is a crispy donut raccoon. So, anyways, back to fixed blades. So it's that like nostalgic, Grandpa carried this skinning knife kind of thing, but I don't even think it's really that. That might be part of it for some people, but for me, it's the security. Like it's the security of having something that does not fold. I mean, if you're going from this to this, then you're definitely going to feel more secure with using the knife. But even this, I have no worries of this failing. This is the Vosteed Datsun, and I have no worries of this failing. But I can't scrape a fire steel with this easily. I can't do a lot of those things. I don't do that in my everyday tasks or anything like that. But just when it comes to hard use, using something rough, like, rough, then I would rather have a fixed blade over a folder any day. Is this lock going to fail? More than likely not, especially with that crossbar lock being so strong. But for everyday carry, it's also just like anything else. You're wanting to get and get and get and get into something else, get into something else, get into something else. And fixed blades is an outlet for that. Hello, Dwayne Letterman. How are you, sir? Hope you're doing well. So, as far as everyday carry fixed blades go, I've got a few right here. And if you've watched my budget fixed blade video, then you'll see that. But this is not a budget fixed blade that made it, well, it's not a budget fixed blade, but it didn't make it on the list because of that. This was a custom made one for me by a guy out of Florida. I can never remember his name either. Gordon Rome. Yeah, there we go. Gordon Rome. Absolutely beautiful fixed blade. And he will make these to your custom wants. But it's got really, I keep bumping that microphone, got really good ergonomics. Just a full four-finger grip and that really pointy, really slicey, or not slicey, but pokey, I guess you would say, Tonto blade. I really like this guy. And it came in a pretty good Kydex sheath as well. I put this little guy on it. I swapped it out. I don't carry this thing much. I've been carrying the Vosteed Mink here lately, or the LT Wright Patriot. Speaking of the Mink, this is sweet. And you may wonder why I have so many Vosteed knives. Well, I work really closely with them, so that's, majority of my knives are what they send me. But yeah, I love this thing. And I wouldn't be talking about it if it was garbage. This is, I've got a Knife of the Year award show thing coming up, gonna dress up jacket and shirt and tie and all that stuff and give out awards for this and that one's probably gonna be getting an award. What up, Tommy boy? How you doing? So yeah, everyday carry fixed blades, anything around this size here up to probably around 3 inches is gonna be a good size for an everyday carry fixed blade. And even this little guy right here. So, and then you can get up to something like this. This is from Malone Knives. I picked this up at Georgia Bushcraft. Oh, you can see I've been scraping ferro rod with it. But, oh boy, this thing, I love this for just cutting about anything you want. It's thin, but it's also beefy enough where, you have pretty good confidence in it. Love this guy. Great. I mean, just wonderful ergonomics. Now, there's not much of anything to keep you from, like, slipping up onto the blade, but there's a little bit of a heel, and it's not, I'm not going to be fighting anybody with this thing, so I should be fine with that. And then you can, again, like I was showing earlier, you can step up to this. This guy right here is huge. G10 and D2. I mean, it's solid. This is from Off Grid Knives. Off Grid makes some pretty good stuff. I have one of their folders in M390 and titanium. Surprisingly really good. But this is pretty sweet. I've done a little bit of woodwork with it. Not much. Like I said earlier, it really works well for dispatching a chicken, though. Like, skinning a chicken. All right, let's check some comments. Check out Very Good Knife Company for some awesome American budget fixes. Really? That's not something you hear much. American budget fixed blades. Or really, oops, kicked you. Or really American budget anything in the knife world or EDC world. Tommy Boy says, yes, Very Good Knife Company. I don't have any, but very good. Okay, sorry that took me a minute there. And then something again I talked about in that video is this work sharp right here, man. This is the guided field sharp, or is it the guided field sharpener? Yeah, that might be. I think that's what it is. Just type in work sharp field sharpener. These are $35. And, I'm not getting anything. If you go out and buy this right now, unless you use my link, which are under any of my recent videos, you can click that Amazon link and go and buy one of these, and I get a kickback from it. But I don't get anything from you if you go just buy it on Amazon right now. But these are really cool because the plates, they flip around to where the core side is onto the inside, and it's got this slick little back here. It's got a spot to sharpen broadheads, fish hooks. It's got a leather strop. It's got a 20-degree angle guide, but the thing that gets the most use is that ceramic rod right there, like this LT right. I used it on our honeymoon. We got some like bears to carve from Smoky Mountain Knife Works, and I used this guy. And of course, it takes the not necessarily shaving sharp edge off. You could still like pop hairs with it, but just a quick run on that ceramic, and it was back to hair popping sharp. It was crazy. Same thing with about any of the other knives. Like, just be careful and don't underestimate your angle and take coating off or scuff off your blade or anything like that. Which, whatever. If you don't mind that, you don't mind that. But I really like this little sharpener. If you don't have one of these, you should. It saves you a lot of trouble of like dulling your knives all the way down and then having to resharpen them. People talk about how stropping is so important, and I do agree with that. But I think ceramics should be talked about more too. I mean, it's just so simple to just touch something up. Oh, me. So, what do you guys want to talk about? Oh, I've got 2 more fixed blades. 3 more. Outdoor Element. This is really cool. I picked this up, speaking of Kelso, I picked this up at Georgia Bushcraft. He was there this year. And these are like $45. You can find them on Amazon. Again, link is in the description of my budget EDC fixed blade. But it has a 1/4-inch driver that takes off the ferro rod from the sheath and stuff like that. Oh my goodness, I keep hitting that thing. And it's got a cool little spot here just for control with your thumb. It's got a scraper on the back. It says strike right there. And it's got a whistle. I tried to do that quietly, not to blow your eardrums out. And it's got a real CRKT minimalist shape to it. I don't know if you'd call it a real copy, but I'm going to be building, here's something for you guys. I'm going to be building a get home bag in the future, and that'll be on the channel. I've got the bags on the way, and now I just got to piece the stuff together. But this will be going in there because of all the cool attributes that it has. And another one that you can't go wrong with is the Essie Izula. That's a good one. I love this one. You can get these, again, $75 for the skeletonized version, and then you can buy the micarta add-ons after and all. But one that really shocked me, bought this a couple months, probably 6 months ago, is from CRKT. They have really been stepping it up lately. And this is the Razel. They have a few different Razel models, but this is the one in D2 and micarta with red accents. And you wouldn't really expect that to be a CRKT knife. With as well made as it is, as well put together as it is. I mean, it looks more like something that you would get from not necessarily a custom maker, but they definitely took some inspirations from not the production community. They took that definitely from some other people, that they've seen do it before. And it's a very traditional thing with knife makers nowadays, but not something you see very often in production knives. So, yeah. So, fixed blades and slip joints. They're making a comeback, I think. Why are fixed blades? Well, like I said, I think the security of it and just the usefulness. And also, EDC kind of stems from preparedness. And if you have a fixed blade over a folder, you're going to be prepared for more situations. I'm okay with feather sticking with my folding knife if I need to, but I will feel more comfortable doing that with a fixed blade. Fixed blade, then the lock is not going to deteriorate. It's not going to eventually, say you use it for 10 years, that's all you've got. The lock is not going to deteriorate. It's not going to break in half. It's not going to fold on you to where it won't lock up. So that's the cool thing about it. And then on the opposite end, why are slip joints making a comeback? Well, it's the complete opposite. It's not at all for security. I think it's a nostalgia thing. I think that people are finally coming back around. I guess it's just like we've seen it a lot in culture today, oddly enough. I mean, how many songs on the radio have you noticed? Which I don't listen to the radio much anymore, but how many songs on the radio do you hear that are a remake of an old song? You know, it's crazy how that exploded here recently, and I think it's starting to happen with Slipjoints of all things. You're getting an old pattern done the way Grandpa liked it, but with the EDC twists and the enthusiast twist, I guess you could say, that come with it today, like the M390 and carbon fiber. If your grandpa had M390 and carbon fiber, quite frankly, he'd probably get mad because anytime he chipped his M390 or messed it up, he wouldn't be able to sharpen it back with some spit and a coffee mug, like he used to. But I don't really understand the whole slip joint thing as far as like exactly why. But if I had to put my finger on it, I would say it's a nostalgia play. I know Creed is of all Taylor Martin and Ricky. They've been putting it all over their story, and then I was singing it today and started listening to it. So Creed is making a comeback. But well, there's that. I know that was a short live. I'm gonna have to cut it short here, but I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If I've got 5 minutes, I might hop over with the donut guys. I saw that they just went live, so I don't want to take anybody away from them. So we will slip on out of here. I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe, all those wonderful things. We'll be back tomorrow with another video for day 10. Yeah, I think it's day 10. Today is day 9. Yep. So tomorrow is day 10. Then day 11. And special announcement probably on day 11 and day 12. Something's coming back. You guys are probably, well, if you're a fan of the channel, you're probably looking forward to. So have a great day, and God bless.